Yo, welcome. Just give me a second. I'm trying to finish something. I want to stream on TikTok as well as YouTube. So just give me a second. I don't know why it's not working. It's happening again, like yesterday. Hello, welcome. Well, I will leave it. I think it's not working, so I will just leave it to another time. I'm doing fine. How about you? So, in this stream, I will show you how I draw portraits, and if you have any question, just let me know in the chat and I will explain it. I will just wait a little. I just shared my link on Instagram, so I will see if more people will join, so I don't have to repeat. Hello, crystals forever. Welcome to the stream. So I will just start and just let me know if you have any question. So I picked this reference for this tutorial. Hello and welcome. Let me just adjust the brightness. Okay, it's a lot better. So I guess I should turn this black and white so that my lines are more clear. Yeah, that's a lot better. So you will notice that in general I always start with a circle, so we will start from there. Yeah, thank you to whole secondary. Don't forget to like. So I always start with this. Oh, my Apple Pen is not charged. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's 0%. I will just use a paper to explain. Just until the Apple Pencil charged a little. So I will explain just with this paper. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Loomis method, but I will explain it anyway. So the Loomis method is a method like in Andrew Loomis made this method. It's very popular in the portraits. So it starts with a circle for the head, because the circle is the closest shape to the cranium. You can draw a square or whatever, but like it's more like a circle or an egg shape. Need to turn it. Need to draw it in the center. So the head is actually, well, not a circle but a sphere. So in order to make it more like a sphere or more like the head, so if you analyze your head, you can notice that the side of the face is actually more flat than the forehead. The forehead is it has a circular shape. Compared to the side, it's flat. So Andrew Loomis says that we have to cut that circle with another one, so it's almost like an oval to represent this flat area. So this one is flat, but this one is still a part of the sphere. So the circle, the line, it will comes as a circle here, and then it goes flat. So this is the next step in the Loomis method. So we draw a line for the eyebrow. Some artists like to use this line to represent the eye line, but it's better to use the eyebrow line because this will allow you to do the third of the face. You will hear me saying the third of the face in my videos. So the third of the face are this area from the hairline to the eyebrow line, and from the eyebrow line to the nose line, and from the nose line to the chin. So usually in almost any reference you will start with this measurement. Well, some people don't like this measurement or like the whole idea of using these thirds, because they are stating that not every, like, human portraits or like the whole face are unique. So some people may have a longer like the middle third, others will have a longer lower third. So they don't like use this method because it doesn't follow the measurement, like the normal head doesn't follow this measurement. But I like using it because you at least have somewhere to start, like instead of just guessing the position of like each like feature or point, you at least have somewhere to start with. So you have these thirds, I will just adjust them. You have these thirds and I'm trying to make them equal just to draw a basic or a standard head. And of course, as I said, you can always adjust these proportion based on your reference. I will show you on my iPad after this pencil chart. I will show you some references where these thirds are not applicable, but we still can use it anyway. So after we draw these thirds, the next step, I should probably write the steps somewhere, is this line change with face angle. You mean the eyebrow line? Yes, if you are talking about the eyebrow line, yes, it changes from one angle to the other, because this eyebrow line represents where the reference is looking. Not just the eyebrow line, but also this center line. So if the head is tilted, you will find that this center line will be tilted as well. So, well, it follows the whole position of the head. So that will make more sense when I will show you other references. So here I'm just drawing the basic of the Loomis method. So after drawing this center line, and by the way, it's called a center line, but it's not in the center of your drawing, because it will be in the center of your reference. So that's why it's called the center of the face, or the center line. And then we close this shape by connecting the eyebrow line to the chin. And for the jaw, we draw two lines. We have the first line and the line where the ear sits. And usually the ear will be somewhere here, and we can connect the neck. So this is the basic head, and this angle is called 3/4, and this one is actually what I suggest for beginner to start with, because this angle is a lot easier than the front view, because you have angles to draw, whereas in the front view the face is kinda flat, so it's much harder to show the structure of the face. So this is our basic head. I'm sorry, I'm still sick, so just yeah. So this is the basic head. If you understand this basic head, your portrait will improve like so much, because you won't have the problem of drawing. Sorry, you don't have the problem of drawing like asymmetrical faces. So this will help you improve your structure. I think the pencil is charged, so yeah, 73 is enough. So the same as I told you in the drawing, this is how I will map the basic shape in this reference. So I have the circle, and by the way, the circle doesn't have to be perfect, but still you have to make an effort to draw a circle. So this is our circle. And by the way, if you have any question, just let me know in the chat so I can explain it a little further. So I think it's clear. Yeah, it's visible. So we have our circle and we draw the eyebrow line. So as you can see, this reference, she's looking straight at the camera. So we have the eyebrow line is going horizontally, so it's not tilted, and also the center of the face, or the center line, is also going vertically. And I will draw the thirds of the face. And I think this reference doesn't follow the third properly, because let me just grab another color. So you will see that this area, which called the lower third, is actually way smaller than the middle third. So somewhere here. So it's a lot smaller, and compared to the forehead, the forehead is similar to the middle third. So even if this reference doesn't follow the loomis, even if this reference doesn't follow the third of the loomis method, we still can use it, because just by analyzing this in my sketch, I will try to draw the middle and the forehead way bigger than the lower third. So it helped me analyze the whole reference. And usually you will notice that I don't draw these side circles, because I believe that they don't make that difference, especially, well, in general it doesn't make any like difference if I draw them or not. So I try to only draw what I need. So the basic circle, the thirds, and the cross of the face, and then we will just connect the jaw to the chin. So that's everything you have to know about the loomis method. But in my drawings you will notice I also do other lines which comes from the Riley method. So for the eyes, but I make the side circle even in front view. Yeah, you can do that, but like I'm talking about like how I use the loomis method. There is nothing wrong about using the side circle, but I prefer to only draw lines that will help my portrait. So I believe that drawing the side circle will not help me, so I usually draw, instead of the side circle, I draw just the corner of the eyebrow. Yeah. So for the Riley method, I use circle for the eyeballs. Another thing I forgot to mention, so when you are drawing from a reference, try to rely on vertical and horizontal lines. So for example, if I want to draw this portrait, I will try to see like this corner of the eye, where does it sit compared to the nose. So when I'm drawing, I can make like the feature connected as in the portrait. So in this one you can see that the corner of the eyeball, if I draw a vertical line, it will end in the corner of the nose, and similar to the second corner here. And for the corner of the mouth, if I draw a vertical line, it's almost at the corner of the iris. So using these ideas will help you analyze the whole portrait, which you can apply in your sketch. Is the eye always line up with the nose or not? No, it's not always. Just you have to remember these rules. There is no rule that you can find in every reference. So what I'm trying to explain here, that you can how you can analyze each reference. So for this reference, I have the corner is aligned with the nose, but let's say, for example, let me find another reference. Okay, I need to find another reference, which is, it should be front view as well. It usually you will find it lined up, but you better to analyze the reference and copy what you see. So for example, in this reference, let me see, okay, it's visible. So we have the corner here of the eye, but the corner of the nose is way here. The other corner is here and the nose is here, so it's not aligned. But still, in your sketch, you can see, like, when you analyze your reference, so now you have an idea that if the corner of the eyes is here, and you try to imagine as if there is a vertical line coming from the corner of the eye. The nose will end up here instead of here. So just by using this vertical line, you can locate the corner of the nose. So it doesn't matter if it's lined up or not, because if it's not lined up, you will analyze if the reference or like your the eye compared to the nose, is it slightly to the right or the left, and you can use that information in your sketch. So I would suggest that never use a general idea. So it's good to know like these measurements, but don't follow them like strictly. Just understand them and try to be a little flexible to apply them, even if the reference doesn't follow the whole measurement or the whole idea. So for example, in this reference I have this eyebrow line. If I extended it, it touches the top of the ear, but that's not the case on every reference, because if this reference was looking down, this line will be moved to this area and the ears will be on top. So the line for the eyebrow will not be aligned with the ear. But like understanding how this works also helps. So let me choose another reference, which I will draw on top of it these steps, and I will try to apply them on my sketchbook, so you can see how I analyze the reference and how I apply that in my drawing. So I picked this reference because it's a 3/4, and let me just link this reference in the chat so you can use it if you want. Try to follow these steps with me and share your drawing on the Discord server, and I will give you feedback after I finish my drawing, so that way you can like make some mistakes, and I will try to give you how to fix them right away. So I just linked the reference, and let me just change the reference to black and white. Need to check out my... No, I didn't. I still haven't checked that. You can submit this reference so I can give like feedback to all the participants. Just draw it now and I will bring it into the screen. So I will start with the circle, and so in 3/4 I told you that it's a lot easier, because if you follow the turn of the forehead, you can draw the main circle. Compared to the front view, it's a little complicated. Well, you can understand how it works, but like if you start with 3/4, it's a lot better because you will gain confidence in your drawing, and then you can move to front view or other angles. Well, I didn't get your question. So I needed to change the color to red to make it visible. So this is my main circle. So you will notice that I will draw with the same steps when I sketch my drawing. So we have the main circle, and let me just move it a little. Yeah, and we have this eyebrow line. I try to extend it to touch the top of the ear. So instead of drawing the side circle, I just draw this corner, so it shows that this eyebrow line is coming from this side and then it's turning away. And then I will draw the third one line for the hairline. And the nose line, and then we have the chin. Oh, drawing circles. Well, you have to do warm-ups, and so as you can see, I always do warm-ups for the circles. You cannot improve if you don't practice. So the answer is just draw more circles. So and then I will draw the center line. So we have the center line, and I will close this shape from the corner of the eyebrow to the corner of this chin. And for the jaw, we have one line and then the second line. So this is the basic head for this reference. I will draw this basic head and get back to you to draw the other lines, which comes from the Riley method. One second, I need to turn my second camera on so that I can record this drawing. I needed this drawing to fix the focus. Okay, let's start. So I'll be starting with the circle as always. So this is our main circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I will draw the eyebrow line and try to extend that to the back of the face of the head, to touch the top of the ear. So this is step 2, and then I will draw the thirds of the face. Also, I'm trying to analyze the reference with the vertical lines, as I said previously. So for the corner of the chin, I try to see how it sits compared to the center of the eyebrow line, and also compared to the side of the face. So it's almost close to the center of the face. Let me just fix. So as you can see from the reference, I noticed that the corner of the chin is at the right of the center of the eyebrow line, so it will be somewhere here, and the center of the chin will be somewhere. So for the center line, I think it should be like this, and I will connect this side to the chin and draw the jaw. Also, I almost forgot, this measurement is very important. From the top here of this eyebrow line to the chin, with a vertical line, if you compare it, I drop on the wrong layer, let me just repeat that. So from the eyebrow to the chin, if you compare this distance, usually you find it similar to the distance between the side of the face to the ear. So it's usually like this. Some references, as I said, don't follow this rule, but it's good to know, because then you can measure in your reference and see if it follow the rule or not. So if it doesn't follow it, I'll just move this line a little bit to the right or the left. So that's what I'm gonna do for this reference. So I will take this measurement, compare it to this one, so it will be approximately somewhere here. So this is my basic head for this reference. I will just connect it to the neck. Yeah, now I will draw other lines to find the proportion of the features. So after drawing the basic head, your next goal is to find the proportion of the features. Since you already have the basic head, I will use that to draw my features. So we have the corner of the nose here, so I will try to replicate or see the distance between the corner of the nose and the side of the head. So I would guess it will be somewhere here. So it just guessing. I was about to read your message. Should go for the feature. You can send your basic head in the Discord server. Let me just see how you did it, and I will give you feedback. And yeah, so I think the corner of the nose will be here. So this is how I draw the portraits. I just go back and forth to see like each feature where it sits. So I will do again the vertical line. And by the way, I don't draw these lines on top of my reference. I do this in my mind while I'm looking at the reference. So just for the sake of explaining what's going in my head, I'm trying to show you here. So I will draw a vertical line coming from the corner of the nose. So whenever I find a point, I try to use it as a reference to find another one. So since I already have the corner of the nose, I will use it to find the corner of the eye. So I can see that the vertical line from the corner of the nose, it's not crossing the center of the eye. So it's a little bit to the right, the left, sorry, right or left. Yeah, so as you can see here, I will just change the color. This area is way bigger or larger than this one here. So it's not coming from the center. I will keep that in mind, and I will try to do the same thing in my drawing. So we have a vertical line here, and I think it should be here. The corner of the eye will be here. So even if I drew this center line, I will not follow it strictly because I might have drawn it a little to the right. So I will just follow my new point of measurement, and the second one will be here. And you will notice that I'm drawing a line instead of a point because I just identify the position of the eye vertically. I still don't know where it sits horizontally, so I'm going from one thing to the other. For this, I will find the position with the actual shape of the eyebrow and the what it's called, the eye socket. So now I will move to something else. I noticed that if I extend this line from the corner of the nose, it's almost touching the corner of the mouth. So I will use that in my drawing. I think I need to move this a little here. Yeah, so the corner of the mouth will be around this area, so it will be somewhere here. Now I will move to the second eye. For the second corner, well, I will just guess this distance in my sketch because there is no landmark to use. I can use this angle from the corner of the eye to the corner of the nose, but this is complicated for beginner, so just guess, that's all. Okay, I will do the same thing for a vertical line, and I can already see that it's right, it's in the left of this vertical line, and again I will apply that in my drawing. So first I will try to find the bottom of the nose, so it will be somewhere here. Yeah, I think it will be here, and with a vertical line the corner of the second eye will be around here. So as you can see, I'm not actually following any rules or like measurement. I'm just trying to analyze what I have in my reference and apply that to my sketch. Let's do the same to the mouth, and yeah, it's okay. I noticed that the corner of the eye aligns with the corner of the mouth, so that's why I told you, like, if you find one point, it will help you find the other. So since I have the corner of the eye, I just found the corner of the mouth. So let me know in the chat if everything is clear until now, because after this proportion step, thing will get a little complicated because we'll move to the features starting with the eyes. So if you have any question about any step, just let me know and I will try to explain it. So now I will try to find the ear. So I usually use this horizontal line from the nose, so it's around here. If I extend this line, I will have the ear about here. I will just draw an oval to represent the ear. No, I will not delete the stream. I will leave it so that if someone wants to rewatch, they can. So now I have the position of all the features. I still don't have their horizontal positioning, so I will just do that. As I told you, I will do it with the eyebrow. So first I will draw this keystone shape, which called the glabella. It's this shape here that connect the two eyebrow. So I drew the center too far to the right. I need to move it here, but it's not necessary because I already have everything I need, so I will just remove it completely. Yeah, you're welcome. So I will just draw this line and this shape for the glabella. It's really hard for me to draw and explain. I'm not really used to it. So we have the side, it's coming inside here, and so the eyebrow will be, I'm trying to analyze the reference to find the thickness of the eyebrow. So it will be somewhere here, and this one will be here. So the eyeball will be around here. I should probably explain how to draw the feature before I go any further. What do you think, guys? Should I draw the feature or should I explain it first? This area here, this called the keystone. Let me show you in the reference. So in the reference, or like all the portraits have this shape here. It connects the forehead to the nose and connect the eyebrow. So it's this one here. It's like a, well, I don't want to call it a triangle, but well, I don't know what this shape is called, but this area here called the globella. So this one, so it connects the whole face, so this eyebrow to the other one, and this nose, it connects the forehead to the nose. So it's something like this. So that's what I drew in here, this shape. I think explain it first. Okay, so we'll start with the eyes. I think I should move this. Okay. Did you understand that crystals forever? It's just this area. Thank you. So let's start with the eye. So with my experience with beginners, whenever I told a beginner to draw an eye, they always try to draw the shape of the eye instead of the actual eye. So they draw one curve and another curve and a circle and the eyelashes. So this one is just a symbol of an eye. So usually you will find beginners have what's so called sticker eye, because their drawing looks like a sticker. Let me just show you one of my drawings and how I drew the eyes. So as you can see, I didn't focus on drawing just the shape of the eye, but I drew the structure to make it look like an actual eye. So let me teach you how to do that. So first, we have, obviously we start with a circle, because if you see here, you can notice that we have a bump here and here caused by the eyeball. So we start with the eyeball. I'm sorry, I can't draw circles. I have my camera here, so it's annoying. So anyway, we have a circle for the eyeball, and I need to make it bigger. Yeah, somewhat like this. 2 whole secondary. Me? What do you mean? The beginner, you mean? So we have the eyeball, and then we have the eyelids wrapping around this ball. So it's not just a curve. You can, if you want to show the structure or to understand the structure better, imagine that this we have one line here and another one here and the third one here, and as the eye moves, these lines change. We have these. Let me change the color, and I will use front view to explain it better. Explain the eye bump. Oh yeah, just see, try to choose the right reference with the right lighting, because some references are flat, so you cannot notice this this light right here, because if you can see this one, this area is darker and there is no hard or like a hard edge compared to here. The transition is smooth from the light to the dark. So this one is a circular graduation from the light to the shadow. So the eyeball should start from this area to this one. So anyway, I will just go back to this one. You can see that we have these two lines are small, but this one is longer. The reason, because the eyeball, the iris is moving away, so it pushes these two lines, which make them smaller, and it stretches this line so it becomes longer. If I go back to the previous reference, and by the way, you can see it here also. You have, let me change the color to red. You have a gradation here, from light to dark, so it shows that it's a circular shape. So the eyeball will be here, and for the lines, let me change the color. We will have another 3 lines, and in this example, when the eye is looking straight, you can see that these 3 lines are approximately similar in size, and for the bottom you will have this line will be slightly curved to this point here, and another one to connect it to the actual eye. So if I want to draw this eye, okay, sorry, I keep hitting my camera. So if I want to draw this eye, I will start with the circle and always try to identify the angle of the eye. So for example, this one, it's coming this way, so I will try to mimic that in my drawing. So this is the angle for this eye. The corner is around here, and I will draw first line, second line, and a third line, and then I will compare this point. It's usually the, I don't know how I can call it, but it's the corner for this bottom eyelid. I will compare it to this point here for where the two lines connect, so it will be somewhere here. And I will just connect them. So these lines are so like this. These top eyelid, it's wrapping around the eyeball, and the bottom one as well. Let me just follow these steps to show you in real practice. Because I cannot show that in the iPad. Okay, I'll use this. So we start with the circle, and I will identify the angle for this eye, and I have the iris somewhere around here, the center, and I have the tear duct here. So I'll have one line here, the second line, and the third line, and then we'll have the curve line, and we connect it, and then I can add the secondary detail like the thickness of the eye, the bottom eyelid. So the top eyelid has 3 lines and the bottom has 2. Yes, generally yes, so it should be something like this. Now I can clean the lines and I will draw the top of this eyelid, and then the bottom. So this is how I would draw it. I don't care about the eyelashes, I just want to show like the actual structure, and I will leave the eyelashes until I finish the drawing. This is how I drew the eyelashes. Let's go back to the previous reference. So, as I said, we have 3 lines and 2 lines here wrapping around this eyeball, and we have the top of the eye and the bottom. And for this eye here, it will be circle again for the eyeball. But for this eye, instead of drawing the lines, I will draw curves. So let me change the color. So I have this eyelid is wrapping around this eyeball, so we have lines coming to this side, but we cannot see it because we have the eyeball coming out here, and the same for the bottom. So it's something like this, and the top of the eyelid, and the bottom. So this is how it looks. So instead of just drawing the symbol, I'm drawing the actual shape of the whole eye. And let's just try to apply that to the drawing. How to look at proportion without grid. I'm not using the grid method because if you want to find the proportion, you have to think about these lines. So I don't draw these lines on top of my reference when I'm drawing. These lines is how I think. So I just drew them to explain how I'm seeing things. So I always compare like the angle, and I compare one point to the other in my mind, so I don't have to draw it on top of the reference. So this just for the sake of explaining, and there is nothing wrong about using like the lines on top of your reference if you are just learning. So it helps you how to see things differently. I need to turn this off. So I have the eyeballs here, and okay, I think I drew them a little high. I need to make it lower. Let me see. So the top will be here. One thing I forgot to mention, always try to keep your feature parallel to each other. You should, just for the practice, I think you can try that. I just saw your sketch and it looks a lot better than the previous one. I really like it. It looks a lot better. You just have to lower the chin because you draw it too long compared to the whole drawing, so your face still looks long. Compare the distance from the chin to the sides. If you compare it, I can see that your drawing has more front side than side. Mine should be here. I'm just noticing some of the mistakes, but it doesn't actually matter, so yeah. So let's go back to the eye. So I will draw the eyeball first. Turn this camera on. So the eyeballs, and I'm trying to keep everything parallel. I think this one is too high, but anyway, so the eyes, the corner of the eye should be somewhere here. I think I still have to move this globella to the left. So you can notice that I'm constantly changing things in my drawing. So I'm just guessing and refining. Doesn't have to be perfect either. So just if you notice something, you can adjust it. So I will start with this eye. I will draw this curve that's wrapping around the eyeball. I think I have to move it up. Yes, somewhere here. I feel that something wrong. I will just start again. it's kind of confusing with the eye behind the nose. Where would the lid start? In this reference, you mean? Or you mean for references like let me see if I have a reference where the eye is covering the eye. Yeah, something like this one. So in this reference, the nose is covering this eyelid, but you still can imagine that we don't have this nose, so this eyelid, the corner will be here. So if I extend this line along with this line here, the corner will be somewhere here. So even if I have the nose here, like covering the eye, I can still try to imagine where this eye or where this line should be. It's actually confusing, but you just have to practice it. Yeah, exactly. Use your imagination. You're welcome, Ayush. You can watch the replay tomorrow. So this is the first eye. Now I will move to the second one, and yes, I draw this eyeball too low. So let's see how I draw this second eye, which usually the hardest. I don't know if it looks right. See you later, Iku. Okay, I can see now why it looks wrong. Yeah, that's a lot better. So this is the first sketch for these eyes. I will make them, or I will improve them later when I start cleaning the whole sketch. So now I will move to the nose. So I usually start with the corner of the nose, or generally the bottom of the nose. So I try to simplify the nose by just focusing on the shadow shapes. So we have this area here is all in shadow, so I don't have to draw all this stuff because they will be in the light side. So the whole structure of the nose, I draw it with, that's annoying, okay, I draw it with a circle for the center or the ball of the nose, and I follow the shape of the nose. Generally, if you want to simplify the nose, let me just show you how. You can start with a box. This method is so useful because it will help you understand the planes of the nose. So it should be something like this. So we have three planes and the bottom plane. We have the side planes, the top plane, and the bottom plane. And this is the most simplified nose. To make it a little bit complicated, we add more details to this nose. So we start with the box, and then we change this bottom of the nose to this shape here. And then, as I mentioned, or as you saw me in this drawing, I try to draw a ball for the nose. It helps me find this corner here and this. If I zoom, I think it's visible here. There is some sort of a bump, and we have a circular shape here. So if I connect these with a circle, that's the ball of the nose. So that's how I draw it. Sometimes I don't draw this line. After I draw this ball, I just follow this shape. If I zoom, you can see it clearly. I follow this shape here with like this, because there are a lot of planes in the nose and they are a little bit complicated, so I try to simplify it with just a circle and the box. And you can see that this circle is also going into the nostril. So if I clean that, should look something similar to what I have in my drawing. So that's exactly what I did for my drawing. Yeah, now let's move to, I forgot there should be shadow in here, so I have to draw this line. So the glabella is too high for this drawing, should be here. Kinda not, but I'll just leave it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now for the mouth. So the mouth is somewhat similar to the eyes because it's a circular shape. It has a circular shape. You will notice that I always draw a circle here for the mouth, like this. We'll have the upper lip coming here, the center will be here, and the corner here. My voice, yeah, I'm still sick, so it should be something like this. We'll back to the reference. So as you know, we have like the lips are wrapping around the teeth. So if I have to draw the teeth, they will be somewhere here, and these lips are wrapping around this ball here. So this side is looking up, going up, and then down. So it's not a flat shape like, I don't know, people or like beginners usually do the heart shape or whatever they call it. So something like this. So this is flat. So let me show you how I draw the mouth. So I start with identifying the corner of the lips and also the top and the bottom. Hello Siba, welcome to the stream. So I try to find the corners, and it's like identifying the width and the length of the lips, and then I try to find the center. So since the face is turning away, it's impossible to have these two areas similar. So we have this one is closer to the camera, is way bigger or larger than this one. I was a little busy. Yeah, no worries, you can watch the replay. I will leave it on my channel. So we'll draw the bottom and the center, and we'll have this center here. And after identify like the proportion of the mouth, or the mouth you are trying to draw, I start with the middle. I call it the middle V. So we have V for the center, and then I connect it to the corners. I usually don't draw the bottom lip because it's usually visible with this shadow shape, so there is no need to draw it with lines. And for the upper lip, I do the same with the same steps I did in the middle. You draw two lines, the V, and you connect it to the side or the corner. So that's exactly what I will do in my drawing. Are you live now? Going? No, I'm still live. I still have to finish this tutorial. Even though I'm tired, but I still have to finish it. So we say we start with the middle V and we connect it to the corner. And we have the bottom, which will be visible with the shadow underneath it. Yeah, welcome. And then the middle or the upper lip, it's the same, but I'm trying to not press hard because I will just map it out to, so when I'm drawing the shadow shapes I can just fill it with the charcoal. So it should be something like this. How we get the size of the circle? This circle, so at first we identify the corner of the mouth, so just move a little from the corners and draw the circle. And well, you don't have to actually draw it. I just used it to explain the idea that the mouth is actually have a circular shape. I cannot talk. So it's not necessary. You just have to understand the idea behind it, so you don't have to draw all the lines. And by the way, if you compare my drawing to the reference, it looks almost totally different from the reference, but it doesn't matter. So now I will draw the shape of the hair. So I will just combine the whole hair into just simple shape. To make it smaller, something like this is a lot better. I did the circle shape, exactly everything but fail. Oh, I'm drawing the feature, you mean? send it in the Discord. I will look at it after. I will draw this ear and then explain how to draw it. I actually simplify it. I think I should move the mouth just a little. Yeah, the mouth is in the wrong place. I need to move it somewhere here. I will just leave it like this and fix it later. So for the ear, I usually try to simplify it for beginners with this shape. Like there is an overall shape, and then there is the letter Y in here, and there is a bump. And after drawing these three shapes, usually it's a 9, but like it's on like the right ear, you just have to flip it in to draw it for the left one. So let me just fade these lines, and then I will try to just outline the Y shape, the bump, and the overall shape. So that's how I draw the ear. I just simplify it generally. I shared, but I hope you not laugh. No, I never laugh at anyone's drawing, because everyone starts somewhere. I always remember that even like professional hates their drawings, and if someone laugh at you because you try, well, they don't deserve to do, like, they don't deserve anything because at least you are trying to improve. So after I establish the proportion, I will just draw and copy the shadow shapes from the reference, which I will cover another time. I got tired. I didn't know that if I stream a tutorial, it will be harder. I should probably just make a video about it instead of streaming it. So yeah, yeah, Ayush is actually improving a lot fast. I really like his commitment. Like, imagine this was his drawing just a couple of days ago, and he improved a lot since then. For the shapes of the shadow, well, I'm relying on the Riley rhythm lines and the planes, which I absolutely should cover in the future because they are so important. Yes, he's improving because, well, he's putting the work, he's practicing, and that's really a good thing. I will try my best to keep supporting him because he's really doing a good job. He should inspire you to practice as well. Okay, let's make this worse by shading everything, turn it to the dark side. No, not yet. If he focuses on the future, he will slow his improvement. He still have to keep drawing the basic heads. Yeah, his comics, they are good too. He really has a potential to become a professional artist. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I still haven't recovered yet. I need to finish this drawing so that I can rest a little. Yes. Oh, actually, I forgot to check the pills. Come on. Yeah, I really forgot. I was thinking about the stream, so I forgot about taking the medicine. So, my bad. Yeah, I need to rest. That's obvious. No, I will not forget it. I will do it after finishing this drawing. Right after finish it, I will go check the medicine. Yeah, just remind me when I'm about to end the stream. Make sure to remind me. You can watch it later. And you can rewatch this stream because I covered some important parts, important tips about portrait drawing. I think they will be useful to you, I hope. Yeah, sure, I will give it a look. Just give me a second. I have to finish this portrait first. Well, I think that's it for this portrait. Well, not bad. Explaining and drawing is really hard. I still have to practice that. I don't know how others do it. I usually just record the lessons and that's it, and answer the questions and give feedback. But doing it live, that's really hard. I still have to practice this stuff. I feel so new and you. What do you mean by use others? Okay. Well, I mean, as I told Iko yesterday, you have the same like the same mistakes any beginner do, so it's okay. In this drawing you try to copy what you are seeing instead of constructing the whole thing. So try to watch this live again and you will see how I built this this drawing from just the basic shapes. So it's not that you cannot draw, it just you don't have the right knowledge, so you don't know how to draw because you still lack knowledge and you still don't know how to actually practice. So I try to cover that in this live stream, and I also have the playlist. Try to watch both of them and then we start from there. So you don't have to actually draw the features, you have to take a step back and only focus on learning the basics first, and then we'll see how we can progress from there. And yeah, that's it for this stream. Thank you for joining. I hope this video was somehow useful, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.